everybody. We got another very special guest for y'all. Returning guest from a long time ago. It's been too long. Mr.
Yeah.
Nigel Carrington. Welcome, Nigel.
Hey, what's up? Thanks for having me. Thanks for having me, guys. It's such a
Yeah.
long time. You were saying, how long was it now?
It's got to be
Was
like
it-
5 years.
Yeah.
5 years? 5 or 6 years.
No.
You were one of our first guests, episode 26.
What? I feel privileged, but then again, it's
Yeah.
been so long. We can't let that happen no more.
No, you
No,
got to
we
yeah.
won't.
You got to come back a little more often than that.
It
Mm.
it feels
Yeah.
even longer because Nigel, like we live in the same area, and I used to see you at cons all the time, and I feel like all of our cons are slowly disappearing around here.
This is true.
So like I
Um,
used to see you like 2 or 3 times a year, and now I feel like I haven't seen you in like probably since before COVID.
right? That's like right before all the when it had all the big cons and stuff in our area.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you said, Chris. But you guys been putting in a lot of work, man, to reach the episode. What episode
Chris
is
has
this?
been Chris has been putting in the work. I just show up, really. I give him all the credit. But
This is my
yeah,
favorite part. I sit back and just listen to people.
yeah, yeah. This is it's been crazy, man. It's been It's funny because when we talked about the last time we talked to you, I was
Yeah.
living in Massachusetts. I'm living in upstate New York now, and it's
Oh, wow.
interesting that it was so long ago that we could reflect on our life and like where we were at that point because we've been doing the podcast that long. It's like, oh wow, I was in a state, a different room. I had a different setup. Like we weren't doing. I don't think we were doing interviews every week. Like now we do them sometimes twice a week. So like it's been crazy, man. We definitely have a lot more listeners and viewers now
Yeah.
than then. Which is if we didn't, then I don't know why we stuck around.
Yeah.
you know. So
It's
we're in a good
growing. The
spot.
stuff is growing. It's getting
Yeah,
bigger.
Yeah.
That's good.
yeah. So let's talk about what you got going on though. Scarlet Ibis, right? It's on Kickstarter right now.
Yeah.
So give us the lowdown on that. What's going on there?
Well, yeah, it's a project that I had for a while. I started it like 2 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I started to build up like a little small fan following for it. And that
Yep.
was just a way of me testing the waters before I make it into one big book. And now I got that one big book that I created and I'm pushing it on Kickstarter right
Now,
now. And then
what is that character?
so basically it's a guy. He's kind of like Stephen Hawkins, right? He
Mm-hmm.
got LS,
Okay.
right? And he's bound to a wheelchair, and then he get this weird coming out of the wheelchair. I don't want to sell it out. You guys got to read the book to
Yeah, for sure.
figure that out, right? And then once he's out of the wheelchair, oh look, you guys got images right there. So
Yeah,
there's
we're
that
pulling
right
up the
there.
Kickstarter right there. Yep.
There you go. So there's Dr. Jerome Granger, Jerome Granger, the main character in the book.
Yep.
Yeah, so he has ALS, and he had this pet Scarlet Ibis that died, and once the Scarlet Ibis died, he felt like the Scarlet Ibis became part of him. You know what I'm saying? Because he was so close to the Scarlet Ibis, so
Mhm.
he didn't want the Scarlet Ibis to be paralyzed no more. So in a way, when he became able body, right, and he was got he was able to use his legs and his hands again,
Mhm.
right? He felt like he need that Scarlet Ibis to live through him, right? So he started dressing like it, right? And yeah, he started that's him right there dressing like the his pet, right, that he had, and he has this boss, right, that he used to work for, who becomes the enemy of the Scarlet Ibis, which is the Anaconda,
Mm.
right? And that's the villain right there, one of the main protagonists in the story, and he ends up you know um fighting against him and stuff like that to get something back from him that he stole from him that made him into you know made him able to walk and become the Scarlet Ibis. So yeah, that's Nicholas Diablo, his boss there. Yep, 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 yep. That's his assistant, sexy assistant.
Of course.
Got it.
Say, why not, right?
Yeah,
And then, of course, same people who trying to dig up the story and help the fans understand the story more is the two police detectives in the story.
okay.
Then, yeah, there's the people that actually, the Anaconda work for, right? So yeah, it's a pretty straightforward, adventurous story. And the great thing about it is that with this book, I wanted to give back with this book. So I take in a lot of the proceeds that I get from this book, the majority of the proceeds, and I putting it towards the fight of for ALS, which
That's awesome.
affects a lot of people around us that we are unaware of. It
Hmm.
affects a lot of people. I think it's like over 5,000 Americans or something like that affected by it. So we are trying to do something different with this book
Hmm.
by making it have a good cause and stuff like that. And there you go.
Yeah,
My colorist just hit me back with a cover that he just did for me. So
nice.
and his books it.
Yeah.
There you go. So it's
Oh,
still in the works.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
I think that's a great thing that you're giving back to the ALS community. I think that's a really
Yeah.
cool addition to the Kickstarter.
Yeah, exactly. And I always want to do something different with all my projects, and this is, you know, something I wanted to always want to do. Give back with every project that I come out with.
Hmm. And yeah,
I was gonna say, what I'd love to hear is on your Kickstarter page. I was reading through it. You talk a little bit about the bird, the Scarlet Ibis.
Yeah.
Maybe have you explain it to people out there, like why'd you choose that bird in
Oh, okay.
particular?
So basically, as you guys could tell, I have a bit of an accent, so I'm not, from America. It's basically where I'm from, the island of Trinidad and Tobago. It's kind of like, how the bald eagle is to America.
hmm
Our national bird is the Scarlet Ibis, right? So it's kind of like a patriotic type of character, kind of like a Captain America,
hmm
well, to the island of Trinidad and Tobago, where I'm originally from. That's where it actually came about. It's like when I was younger, like it had a lot of people back in the days that wanted to do comics, and everybody always wanted to do something that is a representation of how they was brought up or where they from and all that stuff. So I felt that this year would reflect that very strongly.
hmm
You know? So that's why I pick. That's what helped me come up with the idea. It first started off. It's kind of like watching Gata Man from back in the day, G Force,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
From back in
hmm
the day, to do a character similar to that. He started off like that, and then he more evolved into, like a Spawn or like a Zorro type of character, kind of mystical,
hmm
Batman. Well, you know what I'm saying? So um, that's all. Yeah, that's what I came up
So
with.
it's something it's part of your origin too, right? So that's really cool that
Yeah,
you
yeah,
made
definitely,
that part of
definitely.
the story.
Yeah,
Um,
everything I do, I
yeah,
always try to do is part of my origin.
yeah,
Yeah.
For me.
That's
Put
one of the
some.
things I always liked about your books was that I felt like every time I read one, I learned something new about Trinidad, a country that
Yeah.
honestly would not be on my radar if not for you. And it's a
Oh
really
wow.
cool thing.
Yeah, I
yeah,
appreciate that, man. Thank you.
yeah.
Thank you so
Uh,
much, man. Like, I
and I
just
do,
always want
yeah,
to introduce people into me with my books, right? So, I have a book about being a Christian, and that was the Guardians.
Mm.
Then this have like a little bit of spiritual elements in it too. When
hmm
you read, you'll see that it have a lot of what I know and what I could only write about what I know. So,
right,
Mhm.
I
right.
create that.
Well, obviously,
Yeah.
it's something you're passionate about and you want to share with others. So that always makes for a good story and project, I think. So
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
yeah,
And Mike, I wanted to give this one to you. He was talking about covers earlier, and we got a couple
yeah,
different covers for the
yeah.
project.
Let's talk about the covers
And
here.
here's my personal favorite, and I think you'll be shocked to understand why, Mike.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. Oh yeah, the there's a cover for the listeners out there that is I would say a love letter to the Frank Miller Dark Knight uh, Returns cover, and I love that. That is a
Yeah,
really cool cover.
yeah. So
Yeah.
I did a cover for my friend Kevin Chapman's Kickstarter that he was running.
Mm-hmm.
And so he wanted to return the favor and do
Very
something
cool.
from Kickstarter. So then he sent like a bunch of different ideas, and I was like, I'm really feeling that one. I'm feeling that one. I say, so what if we do like a homage to the Frank Miller.
Yeah,
Like yeah, let's do that. I'm saying, and then his art style. I'm saying I think it kind of fits
it does. Yeah.
Frank Miller's take and stuff because it's just it fits it very good. So that's why I
Mm-hmm.
thought I put a perfect matchup for that.
No, I think
You
it's awesome. Yeah, that's I
sure.
didn't see that before, but now I'm interested in getting that cover. Thanks, Chris.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's really cool. I love stuff like that, like homages to older, and even like the main cover you have is really cool with all the ibises like in flight with him, or the purple one, the like dark blue purple. You have a lot of cool covers
Yeah.
here.
Yeah. Well,
Um,
some of those are more like posters that you could get with it, but I
yep.
think doing like add-ons where they could be, adding some more covers to it and stuff like that in the
Hmm.
future. Hopefully before it's end, because I only have like what 13, 14 more days.
Yep.
You kind of boost it up a little bit.
Now I know you have your own universe, kind of. Nigel, is this part of that Star Kills universe? This
Yeah.
character or
Yeah, Star Skills so is
Star
like
Skills? Yeah.
connecting universes.
Yep.
Right, so all the universes connect. Like I have a character named Gunn and Nancy, and everybody is all part of the same universe.
Okay. Very cool.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, you're building a deeper story there, and especially
Yep.
the villain too. You talked about this like secret society for
Yeah.
the Anaconda villain that you have.
Yeah. Yeah. So back home where I'm from, a lot of people always talk about the government and
Hmm.
how they could do more with helping and stuff like that. And I always wanted to show that it had higher officials that saying controlling our government where I'm from
Hmm.
back in Trinidad, and that's kind of what sparked the idea. You
Cool.
know,
Yeah. No, I think that's interesting to add that like there's a society in the background controlling things,
yeah,
an
yeah,
evil society. Um,
yeah.
yeah, I think
Every hero
the
needs a good evil society.
yeah, there you go. I know I'm excited for it. You got a couple weeks to go. You're about a little over halfway right now, but yeah, I mean, for sure, there's a lot of cool covers here, a lot of cool things to back.
Yeah.
Um, the a lot of different reward tiers, and yeah, I know Chris and I are really excited for it.
Yeah. So you talked a little bit about different covers. What other kind of rewards are you offering if people are interested?
Well, I got this hat that I'm wearing on here. It's one
Nice,
of
very
the
cool
ones that
hat.
I'm wearing, right? I also got so I'm gonna grab this. I got some t-shirts. Um, yeah, t-shirts here, right?
Nice, very cool.
Yeah, t-shirts. What else I got? Of course, the books with the covers. I got the posters and stuff like that too. So
Awesome. Yeah, those are really cool.
right, yeah,
Oh, those posters come out really nice.
Yeah, they came out really great.
I love that cover right there. That is
Yeah.
a really, really cool image.
Yep.
this one right here with the
Yeah.
Scarlet
Yeah.
Yeah, with the birds. Yep, in the background.
and then this guy right here.
Yeah, that one's really cool.
That one's cool,
Actually
yeah.
showing this one to Ryan Benjamin from DC Comics,
Uh-huh.
right? And he loved this image, like he like really really loved this image because I started to work with him, because he was kind of mentoring me for a while, right?
Yep.
But I need to get back to him because he want me to, as soon as this Kickstarter done, I had to draw some pages and send it to him out in California so he could kind of critique it and kind of give me some, feedback to make my skills more sharper,
Wow.
Always working on the craft.
Yeah, always working on my craft. Yep. So yeah, this is his favorite image. For some reason, he loved that image, and that's why I created the other image with, he have his long beak, which is like a knife in his face, right? And he uses it as like some sort of weapon when he's fighting, right? To like splash bad guys open, and it retracts, it goes in and retracts in and out of his face and stuff like that. So and he have like a bull whip that kind of cuts into like people's flesh and stuff like that. That you know, um, if it was like moving, like animation, you'd see it more clear and stuff like that. But yeah.
Yeah, and so as I'm going through the rewards, looking at it, looks like everybody can get digital copies, which every Kickstarter, I've been talking to a few Kickstarter creators. Every Kickstarter should have digital PDFs. It's
Yep.
And then you can get all the books. It looks like you sold out on the original art, which is unfortunate, but you can get all the covers, all that kind of stuff. I want to talk about this tier right here, which is, and correct me if I'm pronouncing things wrong, but by Nigel Roddy.
Yeah, so basically, right, where I'm from, right, when you go to Chipotle, you get a burrito, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
You know the burritos at Chipotle. So basically, it's like a burrito.
Okay.
Right? You could buy me, right?
Yeah.
So I was watching that before I started my Kickstarter. I was watching like other people Kickstarters, and I noticed a couple of my friends, right, had, like different things in their tiers, right? Kevin Delago for one,
Yeah.
had like buy him a drink and stuff like that, and I was like, yo, that's so freaking clever, right? I want to put a $10 tier in there, right? And I wanted to be something similar to like that, and saying the book would $20, add a $5 digital reward. What could I put for $10?
Yeah.
And I was like, you know what? I just came from Canada to like this roti spot that I went to, right? That is like Trinidad roti and stuff, right? So I went and I bought one day, and I was like, it'd be cool if I could go buy another one.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I was like, why not, stick that in the Kickstarter and for all the hard work I put in, guys, come on
Right.
now.
Come on. I have a roadie. That's awesome. That's
Yeah,
awesome.
yeah.
That's a good idea.
You guys ever go to Trinidad, man, you gotta get some rotis. Some of the best food ever, man. You ever had curry chicken before?
Yep.
All right. So yeah, so basically it's like a curry chicken burrito.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Sold. That's awesome. I'm starving now.
Yeah.
Man, yeah, because I googled pictures of it as you said it, and I'm like, damn, those look really good.
Yeah.
Like,
Curry chicken burrito, why not? Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
that's right up my alley. That's awesome.
yeah. So I wanted to give the Kickstarter that Trini feel.
Yeah.
That real, because the whole book is around a Trinidad character, and stuff like that. When you get the book, you'll see, like, you'll learn certain things about Trinidad, right? Some of the things that they talk about in there, and then some of the places that they've been to. If you ever visit, it'll make it easy. You could actually pull the book up and be like, oh yeah, I remember that from what Nigel spoke about in his, book and stuff like that. So
very cool.
it's a whole new world for people who want to explore that.
That's awesome.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm excited for it. I can't wait. And you're over halfway there now, so I think you'll get there in a couple weeks for sure. Yeah.
Thank you, man.
Yep.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Definitely. So yeah, no, like Mike said, the book looks great. We're both excited for it. But if people wanted to follow you, the Kickstarter, do you do social media or anything like that, or anything else you can promote?
Yeah, so when you go to social media, just type Nigel Carrington, right? Um, you know, I would be, the handsome looking black guy, perfect jaw,
The
all
nice
that.
jawline. That's him.
Yeah, yeah. So that would be me, right? And then
Yep.
of course you see all the comic geeky stuff on my
Yep.
page. I'm constantly posting art on my page. I'm constantly posting, just art. That's it. No video
Hmm.
game, anything, just that,
Yep.
right? Because I'm always drawing. Right now in front of my drawing table, I'm thinking of something else that I could draw. You know.
Nice.
So again, you guys can follow me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter under my handle Nigel Carrington, and then I also have a Star Skills Studio or Star Skills Comics, sorry, Instagram page. I have a Star Skills Comics Facebook, and then I have like tons of like different pages for all my characters on Facebook.
Great.
The TikTok, I have an account, but I don't really use it as much, right? I just use it to look at TikToks. You know what I'm saying? If somebody
Yeah.
messages me, I guess I'll get it. But it's basically, at my generation, I don't know, like, what I'm saying, I really got to start getting into that. But
Yeah.
when
I
TikTok
don't
first
understand
started,
it either. So.
yeah, when TikTok first started, it was for like dancing and stuff, right?
Yeah. Right. Right.
Yeah.
Now that
Dancing,
everything's on there. Yeah.
now everything's on there, yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I
Yep.
really had to get into that. But yeah, so Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook, yeah, I'm definitely on there. Message me anytime, you know what I'm saying? You don't even have it could be about comics, it could, whatever suggestions or whatever, I'm an electrician too as well. If you guys ever need an electrician, I'm here.
There you go. You do get it all done.
Yeah, right.
There you
Yeah.
go.
Awesome. Awesome.
So to everybody out there watching, listening, as always, link will be in the show notes down below, so you can click on that and check out the Kickstarter, and check out all the cool stuff that Nigel's working on there. And you can get some of his old books on there as well, which I can promise you will not be disappointed.
Oh
So,
yeah,
Nigel, thank you
yeah,
so much for being on the show.
Thanks, Nigel.
definitely. Thank you guys for having me again.
Yeah.
And I hope next time it ain't gonna be that long. Hopefully
Yeah.
when I get my next
Let's do it a lot
Kickstarter
sooner.
going, we're gonna,
Yep.
yeah. All right.
Definitely.
Yeah. Take care.
All right. Thanks. Take care.